All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Houston Rocket video. We are going to talk about Alperen Sengun, as after his first game against Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers, he really stood out. So welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Got plenty of NBA and Rockets content on the channel. Once again, Alperen Sengun is the point of today's video. I thought he was just honestly one of the really nice bright spots out of the Rockets' first summer league game. Now, he's about 6'9". He finished the night with 15 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 assists. I think most people would agree that he outplayed Evan Mobley, who was the 3rd pick in the draft this season. Evan Mobley went 12, 5, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was good. He also had a handful of turnovers. Sengun, 16th pick in the draft. The Rockets did give up a pair of future first-round picks to get him, but they were heavily protected. And, I say this most videos I talk about Alperen Sengun, but he was, honestly, the second highest ranked center out of the draft. And the fact that he fell all the way to 16th, I think most NBA analysts, most draft analysts are pretty shocked that he fell that late. 19 years old, he turned 19 literally the week of the draft, so he's a fresh 19, which means when he won MVP in the Turkish league, he was 18 years old. 18 years old. I thought he was very impressive. He had a lot of hustle plays, he showed high intelligence, read some good passes, had some good defensive sets. Good job. Will Weaver, who is serving as the Rockets Summer League head coach, said post-game that Sengun's defensive plays were frequently discussed on the sidelines by the coaches. Now, 27 minutes is about what he played for a plus-minus of 18 points, which led the team. Sengun, Jalen Green. Their next match, if you're not aware, is Tuesday night at about 8 p.m. Central Standard Time against the Detroit Pistons. I will be live for that on my main channel, Will Upton. I hope to see you guys there. So I made a video actually about Alperen Sengun 1 week ago. That was actually one of my best videos that I've made here in the last couple of weeks. And it seemed as if his hype was... It seems as if most people who were paying attention to the draft were excited to at least hear or see how Alperen Sengun did. What I mean by that just goes back to the fact that he was the 2nd highest rated center in the draft. I don't really know how he fell to 16. I would love to give you guys a logical explanation, but I just seriously can't think of one. And so what Sengun's performance the other night showed me. First off, I loved how aggressive he was. He was extremely aggressive. He kept getting to the line. He kept drawing fouls. He was holding his own on defense. He was locking up. He did a phenomenal job. Now, it's important to not really overreact or even overanalyze summer league games because it's the summer league. However, when I watch summer league games, I look to make sure that the players I am excited about are at least showing bright spots. And just in general, the whole Houston Rockets roster, summer league roster, I thought showed a ton of bright spots in their first game, and I anticipate that will continue through the rest of their summer league performance. But it gets you thinking, could Alperen Sengun be our long-term center? It's kind of funny because Christian Wood, power forward, he would technically be taller than Sengun at 6'10". Alperen, he's got a long wingspan. He weighs over 240 pounds. He can hold his own. I think that all Rocket fans right now are fantasizing over the fact of a possible lineup of, imagine a KPJ at the 1, a Jalen Green at the 2, someone at 3, whether it's Shayshawn Tate, KJ Martin, or a future star, Imoni Bates even, who knows. Christian Wood at the 4, his normal, natural position. And then at the 5, you got Sengun. I think a lot of Rocket fans are fantasizing over that because what Sengun showed was a lot of versatility, not only offensively, but also defensively. I think the 4 blocks was extremely impressive. The Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously, it's a summer league, but they still had a roster. They have a good roster. They had a good summer league roster. These are professional athletes, mind you. 19 years old, a couple weeks into being 19 years old. It's just the 4 blocks. 15, 3 assists, and 4 blocks. Like, that is such an unreal stat line for your first summer league game. Because there's a good amount of NBA casual fans. If you weren't really in tune with the NBA draft, most likely if your team wasn't in the lottery, you probably didn't know who Alperen Sengun was. Unless you've been paying attention to basketball, unless you pay attention to EuroLeague, or unless you're just a diehard NBA fan and you did your scouting, you did your reading, you did your research, most people didn't really know who Sengun is. Next season for the Houston Rockets, I don't think Sengun's going to be the starting center. What I think it's going to be more of is a Daniel Tice, Christian Wood duo. However, down the line, you've got Usman Garuba, you got Alperen Sengun. They're going to be our bench 4-5 this next season. Now, Garuba should play for the Rockets in the next game. It kind of just comes down to, are they going to pair them together? What's the deal? Who's going to start? Houston Rockets starting lineup the first game was a little interesting. You had Kyrie Thomas out there. You had Jalen Green, obviously. You had KJ Martin. They had Sengun out there. Josh Christopher got some run. Armani Brooks, hopefully he's ready to go for the next game as well. But I'm really interested to see, and I think Rocket fans should at least keep an eyeball out on if Weaver pairs up, if the Rockets coaches decide to pair up Usman Garuba, Alperen Sengun to kind of see how they play together, how that duo would work. Because what it's looking like right now is even if Christian Wood wasn't a part of this team long-term, and you got to think Garuba, Sengun, if they were your long-term 4 and 5, you would be, you're looking good. Our bench, guys, is actually, in my opinion, it might be one of the best benches as far as young talent goes in the NBA. It probably might be the best. We have a good mixture of veteran talent, of old talent. Our bench might consist of guys like, honestly, our bench roster, it's going to be something like DJ Augustin, Eric Gordon, Jalen Green, maybe Daniel Tice or KJ Martin, maybe even Jay Sean Tate. There's just a bunch of dudes out there, and then you've got Garuba and Sengun. But why that 1-2 duo is so enticing, especially if you're a hardcore Rocket fan, is because you know exactly. Garuba is a defensive elite mastermind, and Alperen Sengun is a offensive stud. And so you pair those two together, and we could be cooking with fire here in the long-term run. That's kind of the hope here, in my eyes, with Alperen Sengun. And so, once again, I don't want to overreact. I don't want to overhype. I don't want to overrate. But it's hard to not get extremely excited after that performance. 15 and 3 assists, 4 blocks. If he can take some threes, that would be insane. If he can help stretch the floor, that would be a massive improvement. But if Sengun keeps playing like this, he will see good minutes. In fact, I might just go out and say he might be looking at about 25 minutes his rookie year, just right out of the gate, see how he can play. What's so dynamic about him, what's so dynamic about Garuba, is these guys are 19 years old. But they're professional athletes. They've played, Turkish League MVPs for Sengun. Usman Garuba played for Real Madrid. He was on the Spanish Olympic team. These guys are playing professional athletes at such a young age. As Luka Doncic said, it's so much harder to score in Europe than it is here. Garuba was doing all of the hustle plays, all Olympics. Sengun was doing it last night. This next game, man, it's going to be really fun to watch. I promise you, this next game is going to be a really, really fun game to watch. So let me know your thoughts on Alperen Sengun, because he is, to me, just an absolute stud. I think we could have a total steal on our hands. But go ahead, let me know down below your thoughts. Hopefully I see you for tomorrow's live. If you're watching this on time, I'll be live on the YouTube probably most of the day, recording the Summer League or live streaming the Summer League games. But If you guys enjoyed this video, you like Rockets content, you like NBA content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I also have a Houston Rockets daily channel for my Rocket hardcore fans. The link's in the bio along with all my social links. So that's it for today. This is the most important thing. Go ahead and comment down below your stat line prediction for Alperen Sengun tomorrow night against the Detroit Pistons. That's it for today. Peace.